Welcome to our first ever PFL Championship playoffs. We are going to find out who will win Season 3 of the Philippines Football League. We will be playing the Champions Playoff semifinals and final today. In the semifinals, we are going up against Stallion, Mendiola are going up against DHC, and the winner of those matches will face each other for a chance to claim the PFL title. Last time out, unfortunately, we lost to Mendiola in a close match in the PFL Cup final, and then a rotated squad got absolutely destroyed by DHC in the final match of the Philippines Football League regular season. But hopefully, that poor match won't ruin our momentum after a really good season going into the semifinals here. Since we had a couple of weeks, I did play a friendly just to keep the team match sharp. And now we play Stallion. And we do have a pretty good record against Stallion this season. We did beat them 1-0 in the second match of the season. And we followed that later up with a 3-0 win away from home. So all good results there. Today, we will be taking them on in a neutral venue. So it'll be interesting. This will be our first neutral venue match against Stallion. But given that we played well against them this season, I do have a good feeling about how this match will go. That being said, they did have a strong end to the season, winning their last four matches. Really, the only losses they've had to end the season have been against Mendiola. And of course, looking at the actual table itself, Stallion did have a good season. I mean, 73 points. They only lost 5 matches. 2 of them were against us, 2 of them were against Mendiola. So they did have a really good season. We had a little bit of a rough ending to the season, but hopefully that won't matter too much. But that all being said, the team is fully prepared to go out and go up against Stallion today. So this is the starting lineup. We're going against with the team that you guys have seen for most of this season. This is our best 11. Schwarzer in goal. Bugas is the fullback attack. Again, he has that incredible pace and acceleration to get up and down this wing. Clarino has really staked his claim alongside William Gaucho, has been one of the stars of this season. Menzi on the right. Then we have Aurafi, Kyob Min-u, and Amita, who are definitely our best 3 in the central midfield. De Broekers had a really nice end to the season. And then we have Gayoso and Matt Orr up top. The 2 of them have been brilliant this season. Gayoso, 26 goals in 30 league matches. But Matt Orr has been absolutely special with 32 goals and 13 assists and 8.14 average rating. We'll be looking for them to provide the goals and to lead us into the final, hopefully. But without further ado, let's get into the match. Mendiola versus Stallion. I'll see you all for the PFL semifinals.
And Gayoso gets us underway in the PFL semifinals here. Arguably the biggest match of the season, which we've had quite a few of those in the last few matches. But Stallion are a tough team. They've had a good season. We'll see how we do. But we do have an early opportunity here. As it goes into Bugas, that's a great position. De Broeker can't get on the end of it, but we can recycle here. Cross back in. This is a great opportunity. Edge of the box. Somebody shoot. Bugas, what a save. That was a great opportunity to get off to a fast start. We have been good off of set pieces, though. Or to swing the ball in. Can he find Gaucho? No, it's good goalkeeping. We have moved forward to about the 18th minute here. And we are looking to mount another attack as it goes wide. De Broeker with a good shot. It's a good save, though. See if we can encourage the team. Got another corner here. Matt Orr to swing it in again. Oh, top of the box. All right. Something right off the training ground. Didn't work there, but I don't mind it. Stallion with the corner here. This will be their first opportunity of the match. Kurt DeZon out swinger. Edge of the box. Is that a penalty? It's gone off of Matt Orr's arm. Well, this is a moment of real adversity. Stallion with the pen. Kurt DeZon. Schwarzer dives the wrong way, and we are down 1-0 in the semifinals. Wow. That's not great. And suddenly, it seems like Stallion have a bit of momentum. All right, well done, De Broeker. Let's turn the tide now. We move forward. We move forward directly and turn the tide. That's a great ball in. Out wide now to Bugas. Bugas with his pace Wouldn't mind seeing him go down the line, but that's still good. Now he's in. Bugas, you're in. Play the ball across. Matt Orr. Matt Orr scores. We're back in it. 1-1 in the PFL semifinals. They got the goal off of the pen, but we've gone right back down and found the back of the net. That is real. This is exactly what we're looking for from this tactic. Getting around the outside, full back on attack, cutting back to our forward. We're right back in it. We are now in the 34th minute. We've played it out of the back there nicely. We found Gayosa on the right-hand side. Can we get the ball into Matt Orr? He rises highest, but it is over the bar. And that will be the conclusion to the first half here. We have dominated the first half. We have been by far the better team. Let's move into the second half here. We need to find a goal. I can't remember actually if it goes to extra time and pens. I assume it does. I wish that I had checked that. I don't think there's like a second leg or anything. So I assume it goes to extra time and pens if it's drawn. But hopefully we won't have to find out. Gaucho's been brilliant off of free kicks. And he was nearly brilliant again, but it's over. And we move past the hour mark, and it remains 1-1. This is a huge opportunity to pin them in. The right side is exactly where we want to be, and we've done just that. And it goes into the middle, it's shot, it's deflected wide. That is the position we like to be in because that's where we have more numbers on the right-hand side. It's a great opportunity to set up the press, but we have a corner here. Gaucho swings it in. We find nobody. Can we get a second chance opportunity? No, nothing at all. Moving closer to the last 10 minutes or so now. Schwarzer playing it forward to Min-U. He finds Awarafi. We're going to go long here. Matt Orr, this is not going to fall to Gayosa. If that fell to Gayosa, he would have been in. But now it flips over to Stallion. Can we set up a press here to win the ball back high up the pitch, or will it be a Stallion attack? We won it. No, we haven't won it. What a chance to win it there. Are we going to rue not being able to get that interception? No. Okay, we're pressing brilliantly here at the end of the match. Breaker, crossing, that's tough. Oh, and it remains 1-1. This is probably the last opportunity of the match. Can we get a late goal here? Awarafi into the middle, nothing there. We've won it. Oh, it's going to be Stallion with the opportunity. Win it back, boys. Well done. Menzi playing it forward. It's not a great ball, but finds De Bruyker. Matt Orr, this is the chance. No, he couldn't get onto it. That was probably a little premature and getting excited there. It was always probably the Stallion defender who was going to win it. But Clarinho here, as you guys can see, I haven't really made any subs because I just feel like our starting lineups played well. Gayosa, you're in! Oh, what a save! Well, that is full time. On our first ever PFL semifinals, we are going to extra time. We are going to tell the boys here. I think we tell them how we go for it. I wanted to tell them they were doing bad, but I think we go with that kind of they're doing well just to keep the morale up. I think the morale, especially at this late stage, is important, but I don't know. Do we make subs? What do we do here? Stallion are in. Good defending. Get it away. Well done. Good. Ow. Stallion with immediate shift. That might mean I should make subs. They're going to have an opportunity here. Can we hold firm? It would be devastating to allow a goal at this point. We've been so good this season. Back post. Well done, Schwarzer. They're still winning it. That's good goalkeeping, though. And it will be a corner for them. They're getting their chances here. That is for certain. Stallion with the in-swinger. Goes to the near post. We've done well. It's another corner. There's way too much stuff happening back to back here. We need to get out of this moment. Continue to move forward. Kurt the zone with the in-swinger again. And we've cleared it well again. But they're going to have a second chance. Kurt the zone. He is their danger man. Well done, Amito. Well done. Get it out. Yes. I have finally made a substitution. I've decided to put Shadide into the game. You guys might be saying, why aren't you putting in your subs earlier? The reason I'm doing that is because I felt like our first team was playing well. But I could live to regret it now. Wow. I cannot believe they haven't scored. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have made my subs earlier, but I feel like our first team's like we don't have a whole lot of quality on the bench, which makes me worried. But I think we stick on Aoki now. Aoki's got a bit of pace on him too, so he might be able to get in behind, which is something that we would look towards. And we'll continue forward. Shadide and Aoki both have pace, so they could make something special happen here. But that being said, Matt Orr to swing it in here right at the end of the first period. And Gaucho has scored! William Gaucho has found the back of the net. A 2-1 lead in the PFL Cup semis right at the end of the first period. What a goal! The combination of Orr and Gaucho are two signings from this season. And that will give us the lead going into the second period of extra time. We are 15 minutes away from an appearance in the PFL Champions Final. And we are right at the end of the second period. Stallion, let's get it away. A bicycle kick that goes wide. We're so close here. This has got to be the end. This has got to be it. Time is out. Time has run out. Time has run its course. Ref, blow the whistle. We've won it. That's got to be it. That is it. We are through to the PFL Champions Final. What a performance from the lads. Well done, boys. Absolutely well done.
Well, it was an absolute nail biter, but we are through to our first ever Champions Playoff Final for the right to win the PFL title, where we will be taking on, I don't know if you guys can already see that at the top here, but we will be taking on Mendiola. I mean, we came back to victory, and it was our two new signings, Matt Orr and William Gaucho. Those were the guys that did it for us. They have been absolutely. Of course, we're going to praise Matt Orr's performance. What a brilliant way to go about things. And the best part of that match is I completely forgot to mention this at the beginning. I think I mentioned it in a previous episode. But we have qualified for continental football. The teams that make the final do get into the 2026 AFC Champions League 2. There are no spots for the AFC Champions League Elite with the new format for the Philippines. So both clubs make the AFC Champions League 2. So we will be joining Mendiola in continental football next season. That's going to be huge. And how much does that help us? It helps us a bit, actually. That is an improved transfer and wage budget. I was a little bit over the wage budget, but we now have 6K or so in the wage budget and a pretty nice transfer budget. That is going to allow us to do quite a bit moving into next season. That being said, I will go more in depth into everything at the end of the playoff final here. I'll talk about potential plans moving into the offseason. But until then, 3 day. Oh, there's only a 3 day turnaround. That's really tough because Mendiola have a much deeper squad than we do. But in 3 days, the Champions Playoff Final for the right to win the PFL title, United City versus Mendiola. The Mendiola team still led by Filipino FM, just like he led them in the PFL Cup final. Let's move forward 3 days and go to that match. All right, we have moved forward to the 23rd of May for our first edition of the PFL final here for the PFL title. It is tough because we did go to extra time against Stallions, so we're not the most well-conditioned squad currently, as you guys can see. We don't have those bright green hearts, but we rested players from training, and I've gone through everything. You can see the PRs are good. I've gone through, praised everyone's conducts. This is absolutely the best position that the squad can be in. The big news, of course, is that Kya Min-oo, with that extra yellow, is currently suspended. So as a result, the only change that I'm making, despite everyone's condition not being great, is we are bringing in Shadida here and then moving Amita to the ball-winning midfield role. But otherwise, this is the same squad that went out against Stallion. I did consider putting in players like Okiagu, NG, maybe even Aoki, but I just think the quality drop off is a little bit too big. I'd rather have the players with better quality playing, like the best 11 playing. So they are the ones who are going to go out and face Mendiola today. Hopefully, I mean, Mendiola are a good team. They're obviously a team we saw beaten in the save, although we have drawn them at home, which was a really good result. But this is where Mendiola have dominated for the save, and since even, before we started this version of this save. So it's going to be a big match. I'm really not expecting to win the PFL title. Obviously, it would be awesome. But as long as we go out and put a good performance today, I'm going to be really happy with that. So let's move into our first ever PFL final.
The final match of season 3. The PFL title on the line. Mendiola versus United City. You wouldn't want it any other way. To be the best, you got to beat the best. Do I expect to win this match? Probably not. But I think we could do it. We could do it. We've shown we can compete in these type of matches this season. Mendiola are certainly a class above, but we've got to draw. We showed at the PFL Cup final that we're not a bad team, that we can compete with Mendiola, and we have one more chance this season to do just that. Is this an actual chance, though? I'm a little worried this is an actual chance. Goes in. Oh, that was an actual chance. Not much happening so far, but Menzi with the throw here. Funds Ocho. Can we play our way out and fashion an opportunity? That's a good ball in to Matt Orr. Orr here. Great ball. We can't quite find Bugas. And that is where we're vulnerable in the counter on that right-hand side. Well done, Awarafi. Brilliant play from him. Finds Gayosa out to Bugas. Use that pace to get around the outside. That's not a good ball. All right, we still want it. Awarafi here. He shoots. It's over the bar. I think we need a bit better from Bugas out on the left-hand side there. But we'll take another corner opportunity here. We're actually getting some chances here. Back post. Over the bar again. We seem to have a little foothold in the game here, which I'll definitely take. Or that's poor by Or. I spoke too soon. And it goes to Jumashev. It goes into the middle, and it's wide. Is he offsides? I don't think he was offsides. I'm surprised here that Mendiola are going long on the goal kicks. That being said, they have won the second ball, and they are a physically very good team. So maybe it is advantageous for them to go long in those situations. But they'll go on the left-hand side. They're in a really good spot here. We got to step in and win it. And GA over the bar. They had taken that a little bit more in the box. It could have been an issue. We've got to find a way to hold to halftime here. Mendiola are starting to create a lot of pressure. Back post. And Francis Kahn, the left back, has scored for Mendiola. And it is now 1-0 in the PFL final. That is hugely disappointing. Oh man, just get to halftime, boys. Just get to halftime. 1-0 isn't bad, but 2-0 is tough to come back from. Goes out wide to Khan, back in the middle. And it is 2-0 to Mendiola. A quick fire double right at the end of the first half. That might have just sunk our hopes of potentially winning this match. Fair play to them. I mean, that's where their quality comes in. We need to do better in the second half. It could get ugly, obviously, but the next goal is going to be hugely important. If we get the next goal, we're right back in it. But if Mendiola score, it's obviously over. So hopefully we can fight our way back into this one. We are well past the hour mark now, as Mendiola have continued to be the better team in this match. That's for certain. As they're in, and it's hit the bar. Wow, it's gone over. We'll encourage the team. See if we can play out of the back here. We go a little long. There we go. I like that direct route, Aoki here. I've changed the formation to a more narrow formation now. See if we can overload the middle a little bit. Hasn't worked. Nothing's really worked at this point. I think Mendiola are just a better team. But again, if we can find a way to score here, then we're not in the worst position ever. But it goes to Clarinho. Can we find Roncis there? Good ball in to Shadide. This is a good opportunity. It's a good save from David Seed, but that's the type of way that we need to find to finish. We got him behind, so we'll take that. A Gaucho to put the ball in here. Nice little in swinger into the back post. And John Ronsis has scored. We are back in the PFL final. An unlikely goal scorer in John Ronsis with the assist from William Gaucho. And we are right back in the thick of things. We've got to build off that goal. We got to press here and build off of that goal. And Mendiola will look to respond. Oh, that's a really good ball. That's a really good save from Julian Schwartzer. About 10 minutes left here. Just made a sub. Goes into the back post. You've got to be kidding me. That's why are we've allowed so many pens to Mendiola. And GA steps up. Schwartzer, can you save it? That's a really, really disappointing way for this match to end. Just a soft penalty. I mean, if we allow a goal, I'd want Mendiola to earn it. But for it to just be a pen like that is really disappointing. We still have 8 minutes to try and get 2 goals at this point. 1 goal was tough already. 2 feels like a monumental challenge. Atangana playing it to Gomez here. That doesn't mean we can't score. Come on, boys. Shadide. Get around the outside. Get the ball in. Take it yourself. Shoot. Oh, man. That was actually really good play from him. It's obviously not over till it's over. It's a good header. Just keep going. Keep fighting. You never know. You never know what could happen. We could get a goal. The momentum could change. We just need to keep on believing at this point. We've showed that we can play in these kind of matches. We just got to keep the spirits up, encouraging the team and all that. Bugas here. Can you get the cross in? He finds the cross in. Shadide scores. That's exactly what we needed. We just got to press. Press. We've got, I don't know how long we've got. We got 2 minutes plus added time. We got 6 minutes. Come on, boys. One opportunity. One chance. This is all we need. I have put us to all out attack tactically. One chance. Don't run out. Just one chance. Come on, one chance. Not to Mendiola. We got to get the ball back. It's over the bar. Can we get a chance? Come on, from the goal kick here. Give us something. Give us something. I don't know if this is an end of match highlight or if this is something. One last cross. Nothing there. That's it. Oh, it wasn't there for us. I mean, 3-2. 1 goal. I know I've been down in the dumps all game, but we've showed we can compete. We have absolutely showed that we can compete. And we're getting closer. We are going to make this team better. We're getting closer. We're going to watch Mendiola lift the title here. Confetti rains down from the sky as always, but we are getting closer.
Well, Mendiola have won the PFL title, which isn't super surprising. They've won it again. Looking at the past winners here, that does mean now that since before the save, that's what, 10 times now they've won it. But we finally have a runner-up finish. Mendiola now have 10 PFL titles to their name. So we weren't able to win it, but we're getting closer. I mean, we're showing that we can compete with Mendiola. There is still a quality difference there. But, I mean, in 2 finals, we've lost 2-1 and 3-2. It's been 1 goal each time. We've been competitive. Our last 3 results are a draw, a loss by goal, and a loss by goal against Mendiola. We're getting better. That being said, I mean, man, Al Rafi's out for, it's the off season, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But if we can improve over the course of the off season and just continue getting closer to Mendiola, that is going to be the goal for this off season. All right, I've moved forward to kind of the true end of the season here a day later, but Matt Orr was second in the top goal scorer award. Jesus Mendoza with 38 goals pulling away at the end there. But guy also won the Philippines Football League Young Player of the Year, the 22-year-old with his 26 goals. We're definitely happy with that. Goal of the season was won by Al Rafi for a goal that we actually saw against Stallion. So that's quite exciting there. We're team of the season. We've got some team of the season members: Gaucho, Awarafi, De Bruyker, and Matt Orr, all making it into the team of the season. That's just dominated by United City and Mendiola players. So we're pretty happy with that. But yeah, that's it for season 3. So 3-2 loss in the final here. Looking at the league table, we ended up being 8 points off. If we played, better at the end there, we might have made it a little bit closer. We will want to look at finishing first at some point because that helps financially, and that obviously gives us better seeding for the playoffs so we don't go to extra time. That could potentially give us a better chance moving forward. But that being said, the board, let's look at the board here. There's the board, Club Vision. Board's happy, supporters are pretty happy. We've gotten everything that we need to do. We have good finances. Financially, we're looking really solid. Positive over £400,000 in the overall balance. We have a decent transfer budget that I'm not going to use. We'll probably use that, honestly, probably to release players, release all those youngsters we don't want. And which would also help to open up more payroll. We do have a lot of payroll now. We have 6K. That allows us to bring in 6 or 7 really good players. But again, looking at our contract situations, we have all these players down here, youngsters who we don't want, who are taking up, 200, 300, 400, 500. That's 2 or 3, 1, 2, 3 potentially good players. And these guys are taking up that wage budget. So hopefully we'll be able to use some of that transfer budget to release some of these players, since the fee for releasing players on a free comes out of the transfer budget. We'll also get other transfer budget. Shadide could potentially opt out of his contract, so he could be leaving. Christian's here. He was a player in £450 per week who I've never played before. He's going to be leaving. Our Offie wants to leave. But I have offered him a new contract, so hopefully he'll stay. I've also offered Shadide a new contract. I don't know if he'll stay, but Offie seems likely to stay. Hill Cruz, he's a player that I want to get rid of. Ronsis will also be leaving as well. So we are going to have open spots here. And looking at our squad for this season, I think we have pieces to build off of here, definitely. I mean, Orr and Gayoso combined for an outstanding 67 goals between them this season, which is phenomenal. Gaucho from center back had 14 goals and 11 assists. Aoki popped in with 11 goals, even though he only had 6 starts. Our Offie played really well from the center of midfield. De Bruyker really came through at the end of the season, getting 18 total assists. I thought players like Amita and Piccolo Bugas played really well as well. So we have pieces to build around. I think particularly Or, Gayoso, Gaucho are players, and Bugas are players that we can build around. But we do want to get closer to Mendiola. So I think generally we want to improve upon every position. I mean, if we go into the tactics here, we want to improve every single position here. The only position I don't think I'm going to be too worried about is goalkeeper. I think Julian Schwarzer is a brilliant option in goal. Obviously, he's a player we had previously in the Mendiola save, and he was brilliant there. But we are going to want to look for a center back partner alongside Gaucho. Something that I want to consider is I love Piccolo Bugas in the fullback and attack role, but I would really like a left-footed player on this side. I think Piccolo Bugas just cuts in too often, which I think leads to going backwards to the central midfielders here more. I would love a player who's left-footed to put in crosses for Oren Gayoso. Obviously, we'd love to improve the midfield. We'd love to improve our forward options as well. As much as I like Gayoso and Or is getting up there in age. He's 30 years old now. We'll be looking for someone to potentially replace him in the long term. And I mean, given that, Matt Orr did this well, scored 40 goals. I mean, if we can find someone even better than him, which is what we're always looking to do, I mean, imagine how many goals they could get. But I think the most important thing, especially as we move into potentially having continental competition, we do want to improve our squad depth. I haven't been huge on our squad depth with this year. I don't think Aoki was the greatest option in the world off the bench. I don't think we had a whole lot of people who could change games off the bench. We did have options to come in who could kind of help shore up the team if we were leading, but we didn't have game changers off the bench. I didn't think we saw that enough from Aoki this season. So that is something we're going to want to look forward to, is maybe some midfield scoring options, maybe some creative midfield options, and a little bit more depth in the forward areas. De Burkers are also our only right-sided player. That is something we'll probably want to add to as well. So overall, we're going to be looking for increased depth. and improving pretty much every position, but I'm definitely going to be focusing on a central defender, a left back, and improving our midfield options. I think those are going to be the three most important places to look at improving moving into the offseason. But all right, that is the conclusion to season 3 of the Philippines Build Nation Save. We have made really nice progress this season. Obviously, it's disappointing not to win the PFL title, but we didn't expect to beat Mendiola. The fact that we made it that far is exactly what we're looking to do. And now it's all about closing the gap and doing well in continental competition. Because now in continental competition, that is actually where we start to build the nation. So we are starting to move forward there. But otherwise, I appreciate you all sticking around. The Philippines Build a Nation Save. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you for watching season 3. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. And I will see you all soon. Bye.